This time last year, I quit my job to do YouTube full time, and I was bricking it, especially as I only had 889 subscribers. And in this video, I'm going to give you an update of things that have happened in the last year, including my channel growth, some of the lessons that I've learned and challenges that I've faced. I'm going to talk about how much money I've earned from YouTube in the last year, my future plans, and at the end I'll do a quick fire round. I'll link the other videos that are linked to this one. I'll put those in the description box if you want to watch those. Today is a bit of a celebration, so I've decided to dress up, but what you don't see is that I've got my house socks and my garden shoes on. To give a bit of a backstory, before doing YouTube full time, I was a freelance social media manager, and I had done that for about 6 years, working for different sports events. I'd managed to save about £10,000, which is a pretty decent amount of money, but I knew that it wasn't enough to sustain me through normal day-to-day life here in the UK. So during the third lockdown, I moved back in with my mum, and I decided to give this YouTube thing a proper go. And this time last year, I had 889 subscribers, which is bonkers because I wasn't even able to get monetized at that point. But after 3 months, I was able to grow the channel to 17,674 subscribers, which was just awesome. And then after 6 months, I had 36,044 subscribers. And then now, after a year of doing YouTube full time, I've got over 63,000 subscribers. And I never would have believed that I would have had this many subscribers after a year of doing YouTube full time. I imagined maybe 5,000 or 10,000 at the most. But also there was another part of me that had seen other people do it, and I knew that there was this kind of glimmer of hope and that it was also possible. I put my growth down to a couple of my videos. I did a 7-day fast and I did 100 push-ups a day for 30 days. And those 2 videos, they were very popular and they managed to gain me a lot of subscribers. And it's funny actually, because those 2 videos, I made those while I was still doing my freelance job. And actually since then, I haven't really been able to produce a video of that success. I have made the Atlantic rowing video, but it actually isn't that high earning a video, but I'll explain all of that in a bit. Over the past year, I've done several courses in order to help me develop my skills in YouTube. I think it was in my 6-month video, I wasn't really keen on doing very many more, but I just couldn't resist because I've gained so much knowledge and skills from doing these courses. Then I just couldn't resist to do more. And I was actually spending quite a lot of money on these individual courses. It was anywhere between £50 and £300. Although I was getting value, I couldn't just keep spending hundreds of pounds. So it was through watching Nathaniel Drew on YouTube, I saw that he was promoting Skillshare and he had a free offer. So I decided to join and do as many courses as I could, and I just absolutely went for it. And actually I've got quite a cool story attached to this. It was during my morning pages, the journaling that I do each morning, that I was writing down some of the companies that I wanted to work with, and Skillshare was one of them. And shortly after me writing that, they emailed me and asked if they could sponsor one of my videos.
Crazy.
So this video is actually sponsored by Skillshare, and even if it wasn't sponsored by them, then I would still talk about them anyway because I've done so many of their classes, which has helped me develop this channel. And for those that are unfamiliar with Skillshare, it's an online learning platform with thousands of classes ranging from photography, indoor gardening, there's digital design and art, and there's tons of courses about YouTube. And some of the classes that I've done are by Nathaniel Drew, Sorel Amore, Thomas Deja from the Yes Theory, Ali Abdul, Sarah Dietschy, rhymes with Peachy. And one of my favourite classes is called YouTube Success, Script, Shoot and Edit with MKBHD, and that's by Marcus Brownlee, who's got over 15 million subscribers. It was fascinating to do that class because I got to see behind the scenes and his editing process. And the reason that I love doing all of these YouTube classes is because I get to see the pros in action, and they have all the same struggles as me, all of the technical issues and the fears and the problems. And so it's kind of reassuring for me to know that it's not just me that has it. So if, like me, you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or you want to learn a new skill, then I really recommend Skillshare. And the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description or the code LauraTry will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. You can just go to town and just learn as much as you want. So in amongst all of the courses that I do, there's definitely some things that I've learned that's only been possible by actually doing. The biggest thing that I've learned in the last year is that things take ages. For me, it takes about 7 to 10 working days to create a video. And I thought that by making more videos, my process would get quicker. But actually it's got no quicker at all, and sometimes it's actually got slower because I'm wanting to make better videos, I'm learning new techniques. To give you an example of how long it takes, it will take me a day to write a basic structure for a script, and then another day to make that script decent. It'll take me a day to film, and then anywhere between 2 and 7 days to edit a video. My recent video that I made about my 5-day fast, that took me 110 hours to edit. And quite honestly, it nearly killed me. Another thing that I've learned is that starting YouTube as one person, I've got to be the script writer, videographer, editor, actor, because I'm in front of the camera, director, producer, design, marketer, social media manager, media and PR, manager for sponsors, negotiations, accountant, and customer service for things like replying to comments and messages and stuff. Now I've got so much respect for any other YouTuber because it is just mind-blowing how much stuff is involved. And then also on top of all that, you've got to have like some kind of normal life. Leading on from that is all of the administration that's involved. I hadn't realised too that to have a regular upload schedule, it's likely for me to have several videos on the go at any one time, and that will mean having lots of memory cards on the go at any one time. I'm currently doing a backup system. So I've got the cards that I've made videos about that I need to clear, the cameras that I use that I've got memory cards in that I need to check, and then I've got these random cards that are just laying around that I need to sort out. These are some videos that I need to edit, and then the backup drives here. And then I've got all of the videos that I take on my phone. My typical working day is I start at 8 AM in the morning and then I finish at 4:30 PM, and I don't work at the weekends. And I suppose at this point I'd like to talk about this YouTube creator work vibe that I see a lot of. Don't know if I'm going to put this part in the video, but I think it's an important part to address of just creators wanting more. I want, now. Like more subscribers, more views, more money. And personally, I think that story needs to change because ultimately all of us as YouTubers, we're freelance and it's our choice how much we work. I can see how people can get hooked to the numbers, but for me personally, it's just something that I'm just not interested in because I know it's going to have a really bad effect on my well-being. There's several videos that I've made that have actually lost me subscribers, and it's really hard to look at those videos and not get emotionally attached. I now look at videos kind of with a business head and don't label it good or bad, positive or negative. I suppose that then brings us on to what would YouTube be without negative comments? When I started doing this, it was a bit of a culture shock. First of all, to be online, it's really scary to put yourself on camera and then put it out to the world for all to judge and write whatever they want. Fortunately, I've got so many nice people that write so many lovely things on my videos, but obviously there's going to be some people that just write not very nice stuff. It took me several months to find a coping mechanism, and when I read a negative comment on one of my videos, it used to make me upset, but now it just makes me feel sad for that person that they have all of this negativity in their life. And actually some of the ones, they just absolutely crack me up. This is one particular one that just absolutely kills me. I think it makes me laugh because secretly I want to be a surf chick. In a way, I'm seeing negative comments and positive comments, and I'm just trying to be not very reactive about it and not get carried away and be quite stoic, because I can see how all of this dopamine and all of this adrenaline, I can see how it can break people, and I can see why they ultimately stop doing YouTube as a job. Next, we'll get to the juicy part. It's how much money I've made in the last year. I've had 4 ways of making money in the last year, and that's ad revenue, brand partnerships, affiliate links, and some other work. I'll start by talking about ad revenue just because it's been my largest portion of income. Ad revenue comes from the adverts that are placed at the start, end, and middle of the videos, and also includes those banners that you see. And it varies between video to video, different people, topics. What I might do is make a separate video on exactly how that works. On the screen, I'm going to put my first 5 months of earnings, and you can see that my first month was £39.10, and then it shot up really quickly to £2,042. And the reason that that shot up so quickly is because my fasting video got picked up by the algorithm and it got lots and lots of views. On the other side of the screen, I'm going to put what I earned for the next 6 months. And in December, I earned £4,261, which is mind-boggling. Like, I knew that people online on YouTube were earning that amount, but I never actually thought it was possible to earn that. So total together, that works out at £28,350. And even though the income from ad revenue isn't sustainable, it's definitely a decent amount. And because I've been freelance for very many years now, I'm used to not getting the same amount each month. Next, I'll talk about sponsored videos, and I'll be working with Vivo Barefoot, Shogz headphones, live fasting app, Skillshare, and BetterHelp. I can't disclose exactly what company gives me what amount, but to give you an idea, it varies between £380 and £1,500. If I add all of the sponsorship that I've managed to get in the last year together, there are some videos that I haven't made, but I have negotiated it, so I will still put it in this bit here. I've managed to get £8,340. That's way more than I expected of being able to get in my first year of doing YouTube. To let you know, working with sponsors, some of them reached out to me, and then the other way around, I reached out to people. Reaching out to people is a bit harder. I needed to design a media pack with some information about me and my YouTube channel, and I also needed to design a rate card. I had no idea how much to charge, and these are all the things, all these layers that I hadn't realised were a thing. The next income is affiliate links, and this just makes my brain hurt so much, and the figures that I'm going to give you aren't that accurate. And I'll tell you why, is because going into the portals to look at the commissions just absolutely fries my brain, and I just don't understand it. I've earned £165 through product links and some money from Amazon, but it's like £380 a month. Anyway, the grand total of all of those things comes to £36,855. It is way more than I expected to get in my first year. In fact, when I added this all up, I was like, what? I didn't realise it was possible. I didn't realise it was as easy to get that amount per year from doing YouTube. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's easy in the sense that I've got the ideas, I've got the motivation, and like, I want to do it. So in that sense, it's easy, but it just takes ages. And to let you know, for the last 6 months, I haven't done anything else, not a single thing apart from YouTube, and I've just focused all in. It's taken me this long to find my vibe on YouTube, and recently I changed my banner from on a mission to live a healthy and cheerful life to trying new things, because the next year I would like to focus on learning new skills like the unicycle, a new language, Rubik's Cube. I'm still learning pull-ups, and I really want to learn hip-hop dancing. I see other people on YouTube do stuff, and I just think I want to do that, and it just means that a lot of the money that's coming in now, I'm pushing back into videos to just do some of the stuff that I've wanted to do for absolutely years. I'll do a quick fire round just because there's been some common questions that have come up. Number one is how I keep motivated. I've got 2 answers, and first of all, it's my job to show up each day, and it's something that I wanted to do for so long. I don't want to get to the end of my life and regret not doing this. And I also don't want to feel that sadness and that frustration that I live with for so long. The second reason that keeps me motivated is I really, really want my own house. My own house just keeps me going. What impact has this had on my mental health, well-being and social life? First of all, I feel fantastic on every level because I'm doing what I love. And I feel grateful each day to have this opportunity to be able to do this as a job. There are bad days, there are bad bits, but I just get on with it and it will pass. My social life has had an absolute battering, but I think as well that's definitely to do with COVID, and I have had to make sacrifices. So there's some stuff that I can't do because I really want to make a success of this channel. But the way that I see it at the minute is that I've got this vision and I am just one person. I just need to follow through with the plan, and hopefully in the future when I have other people working with me, it just means that I can free up a little bit more time. What is my workflow, my normal working day, how I organise clips and what kit do I use to make my videos? All of those things I want to make separate videos about. The worst part, the best part and the hardest part, the thing that I enjoy the most, the thing that I enjoy the least, and would I do anything different? The worst part was learning to deal with the negative comments. The best bit was realising that each day this is my job, and also reading your lovely comments and your stories. The hardest part is doing this all as one person. The most enjoyable part is doing the challenges and the filming. The least enjoyable part is writing the scripts, and anything that I would have done different, I would have got on with it so much earlier on in my life, and I would have quit social media, quit all of the distractions and just focused in and just done that one thing that I wanted to do. Any advice for someone wanting to start a channel? Get the camera out and just get on with it. Don't overthink it. Stop consuming and start creating. I'm thinking, I can't work it out whether to do an update every 6 months or every 12 months. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. And then finally a message to say how much I appreciate your support, for you sharing all of your comments and all of your stories. I know that I said that I didn't want to get attached to those dopamine hits, but it's when I read your comments that's another reason that it just keeps me motivated and keeps me showing up each day. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you at the next one.